Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and lately I've had to turn off my air conditioner to record these awesome videos, which means obviously I've been recording them all shirtless. This has been your special behind the scenes look at the Desolator Magic channel and its amazing production. So anyway, let's get on with it. It's hot as balls in here. Hey, Pauper people, want another reason to get pissed off? Well, everybody's favorite article author Blake Rasmussen released an article on Daily MTG on the 27th apparently. I don't know how I missed all these. But it's titled Pauper Comes to Paper. What was that? Did I just hear you say out loud that that's what you've been playing it in the whole time? Well, Blake thinks you haven't. Hey, you can't just play whatever you want without Wizards' permission. But luckily, they're giving you permission to do what you're already doing, because Pauper, the popular Commons-only format, will be getting a facelift and official tournament support over the next several weeks as we move to unify the digital and paper versions of the format. On Arena Digital, it's a special, limited time thing you run on weekends sometimes, once a month. Oh, and everybody hates it because limiting it to the standard pool never works, and everybody likes Singleton better because it's better in every single way. So, okay, hey, I've got an idea. Add Brawl to Arena. There is literally no reason not to. Anyway, what they're actually doing besides permitting you to play the format in paper is to bring Pauper into the realm of supported formats. We'll be making the following updates. Pauper will be listed as a format on our website. Well, thanks for that, Blake. That really means so much to me at a deep personal level. Number 2, the Wizards Event Reporter will allow Pauper format events to be sanctioned at local stores and for large tournaments. Fun fact, they don't give a crap what format you're playing, you just log into the Event Reporter and hit Casual Event. So they've added a button or drop down that does nothing. Number 3, the Gatherer will officially support searching by Pauper legality in July 9th. Now that is nice, because otherwise you have to just Google Pauper ban list and look at it manually, I guess. On every single card in the Gatherer database, you click on it, and then there's a link that says Sets and Legality, and I use it all the time. So that's actually a thing. That's real support for real people really building decks. Number 4, the definition of Pauper legality is expanding to include any card with a common printing in any paper or digital set. If the card is listed as a common on Gatherer from any set, it is legal in Pauper. This will add cards to the format that were not previously legal on Magic Online. I don't know how that is word for word what the rule was before. I mean, I'm no Pauper expert, but if it was printed as a common ever, period. That's the rule. It could be printed as an uncommon 7 times, and then once as a common, it's legal in Pauper. What changed? Nothing changed. I mean, they've literally had to ban stuff that was printed in uncommon a bunch of times, then they put it in some BS reprint set as a common and it ruined Pauper, then they had to ban it because they're idiots. If I had to guess, because they're certainly not going to explain it, it's the whole paper or digital thing, and they're referring to the Masters sets that only came out on MTGO, because I guess those aren't considered real sets. That actually is going to screw with everything. That would be really dumb if that's what they were trying to say. But I mean, they even say, due to the influx of new cards to Pauper, we will be adding 3 cards to the Pauper banned list. Good, add about 50 more. So the first card they're banning is one of the most annoying cards in the history of Magic. I've heard more than a couple people complain about it. It's Hymn to Torarch, or Tuararch. I don't know, who knows, they make up all these words anyway. Yeah, it's just Mind Rot for 1 cheaper, and the opponent doesn't get to choose, which is stupidly dangerous. It's unreliable, yet usually very effective, and I hate everything about this card. It should be banned in everything. Also, in case you're not following here, they said, due to the influx of new cards to Pauper, that is the reason. Okay, that is step 1. That is the cause. Here's the effect. We will be adding 3 more cards to the ban list. Number 1, Hymn to Tuararch. Cause, effect. More cards were added to the pool, and so they're banning this. It is not new to Pauper, it was printed as a common in Fallen Empires. So as far as I know, this was always legal in Pauper, and it has nothing to do with the cards that were now added. So, okay then. Next up, another one of those hated cards in the history of the game, Sinkhole. 2 black, sorcery, destroy target land. Yep, land destruction can go right back to hell where it came from. I hope they never print it ever again. And you might be thinking, okay, that's a fairly expensive card. When the hell did they ever print this in common? Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited. Once again, nothing new here. And the third card, and really this will outline how bad Pauper got. This is another Fallen Empires common, so once again, none of the 3 of these are being banned because they're part of the quote influx of new cards to Pauper. Anyway, it's high tide. Until end of turn, 1 blue is an instant, by the way. Until end of turn, whenever a player taps an island for mana, that player adds 1 extra blue mana to his or her mana pool in addition to the mana the land produces. There's a reason Seething Song, Rite of Flame, and I think like 2 more cards that do the same thing are banned in Modern, and this is why. This makes those look like crap. I mean, Seething Song, for example, is you pay 1 red, 2 generics, so 3 total mana, and the effect of this instant speed spell is generate 5 red mana. Yes, that is exactly as degenerate and stupid as it sounds. So you spend 3 to get 5, you have to have 3, and then you net 2. On just turn 3, High Tide can get you 4 mana for 1. Oh, and that's with no ramp. Turn 4, I mean, you're looking at what, 6 for 1? Yeah, it's a little messed up and it only works for islands, but nobody should have that much mana. 6 mana on turn 4, that's up there. It's nothing too surprising for green, but this is Pauper we're talking about, and blue we're talking about. And in some untap effects, and watch out. Oh, and by the way, if you take a dual land like Breeding Pool, that is still technically an island, and tap it for green, you get a blue out of it, and then you have 1 of each. Fun, fun, fun. So yeah, this utter degeneracy is gone. I mean, if you look at the ban list for anything, basically, or restricted list, an enormous recurring theme is giving people too much mana too early in the game. You would think after all this time they've learned, but look at Standard right now, they clearly have not learned anything. So I'm not going to pretend to be the Pauper expert. I'm going to leave that to the Quaker Oatman from that other channel. But, I mean, stuff like this, I heard it got that bad. I've seen some deck lists from like a year or 2 ago. It's bad. It went from like a friendly, dirt cheap, casual format to just way too competitive tier 1 crap. But, you know, so did Commander. Like, I could say I hate Commander because as a format it's broken, stupid, and needs about 100 more cards banned. But whenever I play it with my friends, and most of you when you play it with your friends, nobody runs crap like that. Nobody runs turn 2 infinite combos. People build a deck because it's fun and interesting and they want to have fun playing it, and then y'all come together and do just that. That's magic, okay? That's actual real magic. Like, literally, you are casting actual spells. No, I'm just kidding. What we got going on right now in Standard, that's not magic. This is a control-heavy, broken, unfun shit show. This is some hood-ass David Blaine street magic. By the way, if a sketchy, unshaven dude walks up to you on a street in New York and quietly whispers into your ear, hey, you want to see something? No. How did they get footage for David Blaine's street magic specials? Who said yes to this? Why? How dumb are they? They'd be like, no, get away from me, you creeper. How many times do you think David Blaine got pepper sprayed? Anyway, this wonderful article ends with, the Tabletop Studio will watch the development of the updated format closely and will make any changes necessary, 1 year later, at future regular banned and restricted announcement dates. Well, at least they acknowledge that this was a random out-of-cycle ban, but, I mean, who cares? The more they ban, the merrier. I'm not going to complain. By the way, what the actual hell is the Tabletop Studio? It's not even capitalized. I literally don't know what they're talking about. I have never heard that phrase in my entire life. If anybody knows what the hell that is, please leave it down in the comments section. I'm assuming it's a division of Wizards. Did they change the name of R&D and playtesting again? Tabletop Studio sounds like they were playing D&D and got way too involved in their campaign and forgot to manage the ban list for Standard. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. So actually that would be pretty fitting. This idiotic writing goes on to say, we plan to let the new Pauper metagame get more reps in before we try changing anything. So in other words, they're overly cautious, they're never proactive, and they always wait until things are already an unplayable problem before they address them, to ensure that every format is perpetually in an unplayable state. Cool, thanks, I've noticed that over the last 5 years. We're excited to see what players come up with. No, you're not, you're worried. You're worried just like I am. You are worried as hell to see what players come up with. And by players, I mean net deckers, not actual players. Magic Online will implement the new format with its Core 2020 update and will launch new leagues with the new format starting July 2nd. Strangely, that didn't make the list of what's changing with official support. There are now official Pauper leagues starting July 2nd on MTGO. I feel like they could have led with that. Or maybe they're acknowledging that nobody still plays or gives a crap about MTGO. For more on the Pauper changes, the bannings, the new format, check out the video below featuring Ian Duke and Gavin Verhey discussing the updated format. And then they link to a 35-minute video. Blake? I gotta come clean with you, Blake. I'm not gonna watch that video. Nobody's gonna watch it. It's too f***ing long. I'll be lucky if people even watch this video. Hey, we made it to 10 minutes. Yay, everybody ignore all this crap and go play Pauper casually for fun like you should be. I'll see you guys next video.